Hi guys, so we are here to continue our weekly forecast. So this week we start the 25th of February till the first day in March. So we're gonna have the monthly candle close this month. So we start with the dollar index. Like we said last week, the dollar index is going down and it's going down. You can see now the fast moving average just came below the 21. Did go up, but the candle did close below the 21 moving average, and we have this nice sell signal on the H4. So we're going down. Maybe we have a small up from this weak resistance, but we're gonna continue down. Okay. So like we said here last week from the MACD, we have like a sell signal, and it did go down. So now it did go down. Watch out, this maybe go a little bit up, then continue down. But anyway, we're only selling the dollar. Next is the euro. If you remember last week in the euro, we said we're gonna go up, right? Then I said after we go up, we're gonna come down, and I said we're gonna come down maybe at the end of the week. Okay, and that's what happened exactly. So we did have this forecast to go up, and we did have this one here to come down. Actually, this one we expect to go a little bit farther down. Then after this, we're gonna go back up. So watch out, the euro is a little bit tricky. So it did go up from here exactly like we said, and it's coming down. Okay, for a little bit farther down. Then we're gonna go back up. So there's another up coming here. So euro dollar will at the beginning of the week maybe will be going a little bit lower, then we'll go up afterwards. The pound, it did break the top of this channel we talked about last week, and that was really a nice rally. So now what we expect in the pound is to come down a little bit to the moving 50 moving average in the H4. Then we're gonna go up. So you can sell it from here, like sell pound dollar with a small stop loss at the top of the resistance. Then when it come down, then we can buy it. Okay. So the plan for this week is we start with a sell. The middle of the week or so, we're gonna take a buy. So our focus is gonna be a buy. Watch out in the H4. We have a sell here. Okay. In the MACD, we have a sell. Remember last week I was telling you a buy. Actually, I said a buy from here. Then it made a lower low here, but it did go up again. So now watch out in the MACD, we have a sell. So we're gonna go with this sell a little bit, then we're gonna take the next buy. Okay. Franc, so we're going up, but this is not gonna last long. We're gonna continue down. So the 21 below the 50 moving average here is just playing with it up and down. So maybe it go a little bit up again, then we'll come down. We have a buy signal, but we're gonna wait for high places to sell. Okay. New Zealand, this was beautiful. Like last week, we forecasted the New Zealand index. I said I will be bullish in the New Zealand, and this is a trend line. So we forecasted this down, and we forecasted this up. So it did come down. It did bounce from the stop, but the close was at the trend line exactly. So it was perfect, like forecast. This coming down, and this going up. So what's now? So we have this up in the MACD. So now we are going up. New Zealand is up, not down. So New Zealand index here is up. Australian, we forecasted Australian to go up from here. It did actually come down. Last week there was bad news that China is no longer gonna import like Australian coal. So this sent the Australian index down, deep down. But this resistance did hold. Okay, so we have a very strong resistance here. It did hold 3 times. So we know this is a very solid, very solid resistance. It did hold 3 big times. So now we are up for a big rally. This rally is going to break this resistance and it is going to go up. So Australian dollar is going to be for only buy. Next week we may get some news about the USA China trade deal, because the USA has to do something about the March 1st tariff decision, and we expect like 99 and 99% that is not gonna like impose a tariff on China. So the Australian is gonna rally very high. Of course, like gold is gonna rally with it. Canadian, so exactly like we said last week, we said at the beginning we're gonna be like the Canadian dollar is gonna go down a little bit. It did go down here to this resistance, and we said it's gonna go up. This forecast from last week. So what we expect now? We expect a little bit down, then continue up. Okay, so the Canadian dollar is gonna come down first, then it's gonna continue up. Japanese yen, we said maybe this will continue up. It did continue up. This week, maybe with the USA China trade deal, we will continue up a little bit more. Okay, so we will not be interested to buy into this, because watch out, the MACD started giving you a sell signal here. Okay, so this is not a good place to buy. You buy when it's here. Here you either don't trade or you wait for another high, another cross like that, and you sell. But this is not a buy area. Okay, we wait for a sell. The crude, we expected, like WTI, we expected to come down from this area, but we said that it may rally to 57 or so, right? So it did rally to 57. You can see this 21 moving average is holding really nice, this trend line. So from this area it was correcting below, now it's above. So all the candles in this area are above the 21 moving average. It's holding very well. So this week, if we get good talk about the USA China trade deal, then the oil is going to continue up. So we'll maybe see the 60 we were actually seeing, we were actually expecting not too long behind. So we were expecting the 60. Maybe this week we will see the 60. Okay, so maybe this will come down a little bit. This will not be a bad sell with a small stop loss. Maybe get down to like 55 level, to this resistance here, some area here. Okay, then from here this is gonna go fly up probably. Okay, so watch out for it, may close below this trend, but this is not a break to reverse. Okay, the 21 is far away from the 50, and usually when this happens you get like a nice correction like this. Okay, so this may be the second scenario. We get a nice correction down here to the 54 level or 53.50, then we continue up to go to the 60. But so you can sell it from here and you can buy it down here. This is the plan. You sell the top and you're gonna buy here. This is going to 60. Gold, we said last week, if you remember, sell gold at like 1332 or 1350, this range. So we were not looking for a buy. Okay, so I have the half an hour chart here because this is really good in the gold signal. So the 21 did cross the 50 here. That was really good. And when the 21 moving average did cross the 50 going down, this was a sell. So here you can take a buy. Okay, so what you want to do, this resistance, it did hold here, it did bounce back to hold back. So we want another time, one more time, to come down to this level. I can tell you the number here, to the 1323. Come down to 1323, then start going back up. Then this will be a perfect entry if you get here exactly. So if this come down here, start going back up, this will be a perfect entry, and your stop loss will be just down here. Then we should run to a nice level like 1337 again. Watch out, this run up, if we get it, we have to watch if this is going to be higher than this one or lower. Because if we break this one, so we're gonna go to like 1357, 1360. But if we don't break it, then we'll lose the momentum, and the MACD is gonna show like in the higher time frames just one top, and the top next to it is just smaller. So we'll lose the momentum. So then we're gonna go back to 1250. So pay attention to this in gold. So the gold is gonna be a buy first. Okay. Then after you buy this one, there's no more buys. That's it. You move your stop and you wait. Then you start to close your trade at like 1340, 1337 in this area. Then we wait for another cross right here, and we get, once the 21 cross the 50 moving average in the H like half an hour chart, then we'll go for another sell. So our sell was perfect here like that. So this buy, we need just another confirmation down here, and when we're going up, this is our perfect buy in this area. Okay, this is the perfect entry. Just like here, when you were waiting for a buy here, we said buy 13.3. That was perfect. Okay, we got this perfect. Okay, so this for the gold. Okay, for the American stocks, watch out. This is wrong at the top here. So watch out, this is not a good buy here. However, if we get the trade deal, this is gonna fly up. So we're gonna wait. My forecast is this is going up, and actually is gonna break this top and is gonna make a new high. So my forecast for the American stock, we're gonna make a new high very soon. Once we make a new high, wait a little bit. With the first reverse, you sell it. This will be a perfect sell. Okay, so pay attention to this. We're not gonna buy now. We're gonna wait for a new high. Once we break this high, once we break this resistance, we'll go a little bit up, then you sell it. This will be beautiful because we will expect a nice correction to come down to this blue level here. So this will be a nice correction you can catch. So for the DAX, we said last week, buy it from here. It was beautiful, like it did go up. So this week we expect a little bit down because the 21 moving average is far away from the 50, and this one happen. Usually we need to get a correction down, so we need to get down a little bit to this support level, then we buy it again. And also the MACD, this is not good buy. Okay, here you don't buy, you wait for correction, then you buy it. So we need the black line here to come, the signal line here to come down to the 0 level, then we buy it. Remember I told you to buy it from here. The MACD was given a nice buy signal and it was beautiful. Japanese, we said last week, avoid this, maybe go a little bit up more, okay, because here we still have up, then we'll go further down. When it's coming down, we need to catch the down because the down is going to be really nice. So we will be looking from any place here, something down like this to come to this level. And this, when this happen, pay attention, all the JPY pairs is going to go down with it. So USD, Japanese yen, like franc yen, euro yen, all of them are gonna come down with it. So we were waiting for this. We were waiting. This just a correction. It may continue a little bit more, few days, but it's gonna come down. We start with the first currency, USDJPY. So I told last week sell from 111. It did reach close to. Then it did come to the 50 moving average. Is holding here. So what's our plan? We're gonna sell it. There is no buy. We have a 4-hour sell signal. The 21 moving average is coming close to the 50, just about to cross it and go down. So this belongs to 105, not 111. So dollar Japanese yen belong down to 105 and it will go sometime. Okay, so remember this, dollar yen is going down to 1.5 over time. Euro dollar, last week I told you buy euro dollar. It didn't move too much, but you had the chance to make some profit in this. So this week actually, because we expect the euro to continue down before it go up, and we expect the dollar to go a little bit up then down, so euro dollar we expect it to come down a little bit, maybe at the end of this resistance, or it will come to 1.13, okay, or maybe 1.1280. So from this area we will be looking for a buy. The worst case scenario will happen is we come down to this here, then we'll continue up like that. But euro, the 21 did cross the 50 in the H hour. There is a chance it will go further down. We closed below this and we said the euro index is going down, dollar is going up at the beginning, then it's going to reverse. So the forecast is this is going down a little bit, then we'll go up. Okay, so you buy it, but from a place like that. USD franc, last week we said sell from here. That was perfect. Okay, remember the week before we said from here, it didn't work out, it did go up, then it come down, then we did continue say sell, it did sell. So watch out, we are in an uptrend. So here the 200 moving average and there is the 50, so we are in an uptrend. We should only take the buy signals. However, we know the dollar index is going down, so that's why we give this sell signal. What's the plan now? The plan now, we would like to see this going back up to like 10, I'll write the number here, 1.0050. okay, so something like this, 1.0050. This will be a perfect entry to sell. Okay, so if you get this number, sell it. Okay, no worries. Okay, next, the bound. So we talked about the bound index. So we said this is a MACD, we have a sell signal, so we're gonna sell it at the beginning. That's the bound dollar. Then when it come down here, then we're gonna buy it again. So the bound is a sell, then it's a buy. You need to focus for your entry, you get the best entry. Dollar CAD, we said this from last week. We said this is coming down here. We said 200 bips. It did come down pretty much to the exact place, 190, 180 bips. Okay, and exactly like we said, from this point, I did not move this line from last week. So what we expect this week, we expect this maybe come a little bit down, then we'll go up. Okay, so it will go up to 1.32 area. From this area a little bit higher, then with the first signal you sell it. So from 1.3 2 you sell. Don't sell here. This is not good. This is gonna come to resistance here. It's gonna bounce back up. Maybe go up a little bit higher. Then will come back. When it's coming back, especially if the oil go down, okay? When it's coming back, you sell it. Can you buy it from this? I would not recommend. You wait, because this is a downtrend, and we only want to take the sell signal. And watch out, the 21 just to cross the 50 here, and the 50 is below the 250. So this is a very good downtrend. Okay, this has a potential to run really down. So every high we sell it. Every high we sell it. Australian only buy. Okay, Australian dollar. Euro bound, last week we said this is coming down from here. It was beautiful, so we expect this to go a little bit up, then come back down. Euro Australian, if you remember last week we said this may come down a little bit, then we go up. Exactly happened. Then the week before we said sell from here. So if you pay attention, I told you sell from here. Then I told you buy from here. Then this week, don't sell or buy from this area. Wait a bull to this level here, this area, then you sell it. Okay, so we're gonna sell from a higher place. Euro franc, we said buy it. It didn't move much, so we're gonna buy it. Okay, so Euro franc only a buy. Euro yen, last week if you remember, I made this blue line, this red line. So this did not change from last week. It did exactly the same thing. I told you we're moving in a range. This range like a 160 bips. So every time it go up here, we sell it, and every time it comes down here, we buy it. We continue in this range for now. Okay, so now we have a sell signal. We'll go with it. We sell it to this level and we buy it. Pound franc, so exactly the same thing. Maybe the pound will go a little bit up, then come down, then back up. So we have a sell, then we have a buy. Pound yen, the same thing, down, up. Australian New Zealand, this did go up a little bit, then come back down. This is a very, very good buy. You have to buy Australian New Zealand. This is really, really good buy. Australian franc is the same thing, because Australian index crashed last week because this news from China about not importing the Australian coal. So this is a very good buy, really good buy. Okay, so buy Australian franc is very good buy. Euro Canadian, it did crash a lot because in the last Friday, last couple hours in the market, you can see this huge candle. Okay, so this is a very good buy. If the market does not open in a gap up, just buy it. Euro Canadian, buy Euro Canadian. Okay, this is good. This is gonna bounce from this resistance for some level before it come back. So buy it here. Then when it go back up to this 50 moving average in the H4, sell it again. Canadian franc. So we expected this up, then come down. It did go up here, then it coming down. So what we expect, come a little bit farther down here, maybe to this resistance level, then we'll go up. So wait a low and buy it. Pound Australian, if you remember, we made this trend line and we said buy it. It did actually bounce from this trend. You can go back to last week forecast, and this was a 440 bips run. Okay, so this was really good. So what we want to see now, we want to see coming down to the trend line and bounce from here. Then this will be a perfect entry, exactly in this area right there, bouncing from the trend line. Franc yen, remember last week I told you avoid this. This is not a bad place to sell it. Okay, so you can sell franc yen here. This is good. You can see a rejection of this resistance is holding really well, and now the candle is getting to close beyond the 21 moving average. This is a buy. So when you have first sell, so if you go to the HR, we still have a buy. So wait a little bit to get a confirmation for a sell, and you can sell it. This is good sell. Euro New Zealand. So we said buy from this area here. It did go up 300 bips. So what we expect is maybe this will pull back a little bit like that, then will come down again. So Euro New Zealand may be a little bit up first, then we sell it. Australian Japanese yen, this will be a buy. Okay, so this is good. If you have any good news about USA China trade deal, will be a buy. Watch out, New Zealand has some news at the beginning of the week, so watch out for this. And also this week is very, very busy with news, so just make sure that you watch the news and see the effect like this. So I hope everybody's gonna have a nice tradable week, and you get in profit, and have a great weekend. Please, if you like the video, just hit the like button, and subscribe if you're interested to get more like updates and like that. Last week we also updated like downloaded one update at the middle of the week. That was not bad. Okay, thank you everybody and have a great day.